Welcome to Comics with Jose. My name is Jose. I love comics and I want to share them with you. Follow me on Twitter at artofjvelez or on Instagram at jvelez622. I share some doodles and drawings as well as a comic book that I'm working on free of charge. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoy this. We'll go over comic books that I have and enjoy. However, I do use the digital version for the purposes of this. We kind of review the artwork and the story of comic books that I think are pretty cool and I think people should read and get. Hope you enjoy it. Welcome back, everyone. This is Comics with Jose. My name is Jose. I'm so glad you have returned here and giving me a listen again. I really appreciate it. I do this for fun. Just want to share my love of comic books. So this is one of my favorites because it is a Walter Simonson story. And as most of you that have been listening know, I absolutely adore Walter Simonson. So this is Orion Volume 1, Number 1 from 2000. So right after the turn of the millennium. I believe it was in June, so it was halfway through the year. So this is the cover to number 1. Simonson, he does nothing wrong. The guy is just spectacular. He loves Jack Kirby, and this is a Jack Kirby creation and a Jack Kirby mythology. So he is taking Orion and doing a solo series with him, but still involving the fourth world. As I've said many times before, I am not a huge Kirby fan. I think he draws very stiff. However, I do understand that he has inspired a lot of other people. So art is subjective. So just because I don't like someone's art doesn't mean that you can't like it and enjoy it. So if you enjoy his art, by all means. He inspired Walter Simonson, for that alone, I'm glad we had a Kirby because Walter Simonson is amazing. So here he is, writer and artist of this. So we start out in Nebraska, and this car is coming over into this town, and if you can see, these kids here are just laying down. At first I thought they were dead, but when you turn the page, the guy's just driving by and seeing these kids play, and they all say hi, and then after, the ball kind of stops because they all stop playing with it, and all the kids are going back. They are alive, but sort of like in a daze. So he's gonna go fill up with gas. I don't think they have full. Here's the funny thing: they don't have full service anymore. I don't think they've had full service in the U.S. for a while. So since at least probably the 90s. So this must be the last one left on Earth. So if you look at his eyes in this panel and then suddenly here, so something is definitely wrong. So he's gonna fill up and points him to a diner so he can go get some food, and he's going back to being sort of mindless. And inside the diner, he's having coffee. He drinks the coffee. Notice everybody now is looking at him and get up. Something was in the coffee, and he collapses. They take him to the back. There's like a sheriff. They give him pie. He leaves. and I love the chainsaw. That is, that's one way of saying we're gonna kill this guy. So, and real quick, if you this looks familiar to Thor, is because John Workman is also the letterer. I know we kind of skimmed through the credits a little bit, but John Workman is the letterer. Walter Simonson works with John Workman as his letterer. So this is Dan Turpin. He is one of he was popular during that run, I believe, in with Jimmy Olsen. He's a Metropolis police officer, so a detective, and he's saying that the super spooks are back. That's what he would call the dark side and all his minions, the super spooks. So we are now in um, this is Apokolips over here, and then New Genesis is right here. And this is where the new gods live. And so Light Ray is looking for Orion. Can't find him. This is Orion's mother, Tigra. So Light Ray can't find Orion anywhere, and she asks Tigra what she tell him, and that there's reports that Orion is not Darkseid's son. Most of you know Orion is Darkseid's son, but this is his mother, Orion's mother, and she's told Darkseid that she's not his mother. Part of it is because she's trying to get Orion to kill Darkseid. Most of the time, Orion and Darkseid fight, but status quo remains. She's trying to get Orion to kill him. And Orion is in Apokolips looking for Darkseid. These are the parademons. Just like in the Thor run, you can see there's always a signature of Simonson when on a particular panel or on a particular page that he's proud of, it puts a signature on it. John Workman with his letters, and he's fighting off his the parademons. The parademons are kind of not trying to take him too serious because they now have heard that Darkseid is not his father. Just so that you're all aware, he is Darkseid's son. This was just a ploy by his mother, again, to try to get him to kill him. Highfather is stuck in the source wall, and Orion's just trying to get answers as to what does he do, because he always felt that he could fight Darkseid with, because they were equals, but if he's not his father, then how can he fight him? Here is where Tigra tells him that Darkseid was going to have her killed, so she told him she was pregnant. So one of the captain of Darkseid's guards is actually Orion's father, and that they were doing unspeakable things to her, and that Darkseid is a tormentor. And we all know Darkseid's not a nice guy, so he probably really did do all these things. However, he is the son of Darkseid. That part is false. So everything else, if you are aware of Darkseid, it's most likely true. So again, he doubts himself, but Highfather's not there to answer him because he's in the source wall. So off he goes. The Kirby crackle, that's very important because that's just a trope of when you're doing the new gods, you got to put the Kirby crackle on it. And these are Jack Kirby characters. So in Apokolips again, I believe her name is Justine. Yep, Justine. Very, it's just funny because Apokolips is such a demonic place, but such a wholesome name, Justine. She is Dassad's second in command, and she's wanting to move up in the ranks. So she's going to try to get Tigra killed. So she is going to send these parademons to go kill her. They say on whose authority? She says on hers. And so off they go kill him. So it's very cool here. If they succeed, she will rise through the ranks, but if they fail, she's going to make the authorization seem like it came from Desaad, and then he will be punished, and she'll still move up. So she believes it's a no-win. It's a win-win, situation. So on Earth, we see that Darkseid is here with Desaad, and that phase 1 has concluded. He likes it, so phase 2 starts. So first, they're gonna kill all the outsiders, including the police officer that keeps going in and out. And people have now known that something's going on. This helicopter is going in to investigate, going past this barricade that is out there. And there's a rocket launcher, so we are getting rid of the helicopter. This is the governor of Nebraska. Gets a call that that little town is going to secede, and this and that, and politics this and politics that, and they're going to send another rocket down to the people that were in the barricades, killing them. And so now we're back in Apokolips, and he's looking for Darkseid. Justine sees him. He's too powerful. He can't get her, or she can't get him. So he grabs a mother box. Knows that Darkseid now, because of the mother box, he knows that Darkseid's on Earth. She knows she can't fight Orion. He's too powerful, so she's going to release Kalibak, who at this time was imprisoned here. He's asking who released him, which I guess if I was in prison, I wouldn't care. But he sees Orion. He says he also knows that he's no longer, he calls him a half-brother, but he says he also heard that he's not the son, that Orion's an angry character, so you can just see how angry he's getting of all this. So Simonson's art is just amazing. He's just one of my most favorites. His art is just spectacular. So he goes, Kalibak actually, because he was in prison, Kalibak used to be super loyal to Darkseid, but now he wants to take over Apokolips. So he hopes that Orion kills him, and he's going to Earth. So Orion, Volume 1, Number 1, from the year 2000. Like, follow, subscribe.